our second standard deck we're trying from the SCG Open. This one got to the finals. This is a Bant Flash deck that's really looking to take advantage of like Frilled Mystic and Angel of Grace. Really powerful effects you want to hold open on your opponent's turn. But then if your opponent doesn't play into them, you have like other ways to punish them. You have like a March of the Multitude, some interaction, some counterspells, other counterspells to trip them up. Even a Chemister's Insight. There's lots of things to do on your opponent's turn to punish them for playing into your open mana and not knowing what's going on with your deck. Really, Frilled Mystic and Angel of Grace though are the two highlights here. The two new cards that are both seeing heavy play. Growth Chamber Guardian's really sweet because you get to play it on turn 2, and then when you pass with your Mystic open, if they do nothing, you can just make it a 4/4, which is also really nice. So you just like make sure you have stuff to do with your mana, even if your opponent plays around all your tricky flash nonsense. So I'm excited to give this a try. Got to the finals, so can't be too bad. Yeah, Dokomoy, exactly. Growth Chamber Guardian and the Mystic work so well together. They really do. Jellyfish. Yeah, that all makes sense, Sea Sparks. Tristani pumps hero and then makes all your hero tokens bigger. Yeah. That actually works really nicely. Ugh. If this had a third land, I would very easily keep it. If either of these were like a shop land, I would very easily keep it. I think on the draw, a bit of me still wants to keep anyway. Any basic or shock land off the top makes this hand like really good. We have a couple turns for that too. I think I'm going to keep on the draw. I think I would mull on the play. You would just mull, Paul. I'm going to keep, but I think on the play I would mulligan, because on the play, like you only get the one draw towards the land to make everything come in untapped. But on the draw you get two turns for like the really good turn to get it on turn 2, which is really good, and then 3 turns to get it for turn 3, which is still fine. So I think I like this. Interesting stuff going on over there. I guess I'm just playing this, and then I can hold open counter magic next turn, whilst also holding open the activation. Do they have a growth spiral? Nope. You've been impressed by Unbreakable Formation in Limited. I could see that seeing play in Constructed Sea Sparks. It like counters your opponent's wrath, but it's also just an anthem. Seems really powerful. Any plans to gate later? I played that deck a bit off stream and was really unimpressed with it, but I'm not opposed to giving it a try at some point. It is very sweet. But I was not very happy with the deck when I tried it. As awful human being as that probably makes me. I really want to hold him counter magic, but landing history is so good. Get some pressure going. Oh, this is Nexus of Gates, Mason, which is different to your one. So I don't think I've played your list. I don't think you were playing Nexus, were you? This was a teammate's list. No, my Growth Chamber Guardian. So heartbreaking. Terramander plus Charter Course is just like one of the most powerful interactions that like has come from the new set. It's kind of absurd. It's like honestly a little bit absurd. Just like the fact that they now have a bunch of divinations in their deck. Yeah, it's interesting, Sea Sparks. I'm really curious about the 4-color mana base. Curious what's going on. Excited to see. How many instants and sorceries? They're at 4. So these cost 4 mana to turn into dragons. Huh, playing around Settle. I like it. I could just make a bunch of 1/1s. Make 3 1/1s and start attacking, or I could draw 2 cards. Honestly, I don't hate making 1/1s, like getting the pressure going. But hitting my land drop seems really good. Hey Selene, it's great to see you. Alright, now we get to hit them with 2 4/3s, which is awesome. Put them to 6. These currently cost 3 mana to grow. If they cast another instant there, then 2 mana, they can just like make 2 5/5s next turn. Huh. I actually kind of want to counter this. Don't know if that's correct or not. I feel like our Spell Pierce is like gradually going a bit more and more dead. And pushing this damage feels important so that we can actually try and erase the Terramanders. And then I think we're just planning on end of turn march for 2 tokens, probably. Though we can also seal away depending on how aggressive they get. Both those options sound pretty nice. They are pumping Terramanda. Ooh, they're holding 2 of them back to block. Interesting. That is very interesting. So they can make one a 5/5 on defense. I think if I cast this, and they don't counter it, I buy myself a lot of time. You want to play a Terramanda deck now? This card has looked really impressive in Standard to me. I thought it was just like a Legacy and Modern card when it was spoiled, but it's looked so absurd in Standard too. Even without like the powerful cantrips. Yeah, it's so good, Sea Sparks, it really is. I kinda need a 5th land, this Angel of Grace. At this point. I guess I can take the Terramanda. Problem is I died to the other 2. They cost 1 mana now, I think. They cost 1 mana. Jeez, it's so impressive. Our deck is like very inefficient at dealing with 1-drops too. Are we 100% dead? Yeah, we're pretty dead. I'm just gonna pass the turn and see if they play around Settle. Seems improbable. Jeez, these Sparks, that's incredible. Yeah, I can definitely see like the more tuned lists being an issue though. Alright, step 1, they only attack with 2 of them. Step 2, they don't have a dive down. Maybe. Maybe. If we could live in that world, I'd be okay with it. I would accept it, you know. Oh wow. Okay. I don't know where we go from here, but would it have been better to Syncopate instead of Spell Pierce earlier? Honestly, it might have been. Maybe we just wanted the more efficient spell left in hand. cast a single lowly 1/1. This card has not looked terribly good so far. Yep. Alright. I'm willing to believe that they will go for lethal and I will die. It was like a little bit awkward. Terramonders. I wish I knew like what other threats their deck had. So we only saw the Terramonders. So I think Deputy is probably good. Crushing Canopy is like expensive, but again, like probably necessary. Our deck just feels slower than theirs, so I probably just need like any interaction I can find. Hey there, Gra. Baffling End, also fine. I could bring in Lyra too. She seems like a bit annoying for them to deal with. And then Syncopate's better on the play, but why don't I have a cool outro like Sean McLaren? Do you know who made that for him, Gra? I'm always curious about that. Yeah, Lyra seems hard for them to deal with. I agree. Lyra seems pretty decent. Shalai does not seem terribly impressive. Cut these Syncopates, I guess. Yeah, Syncopate does exile spells. I also worry that it's like expensive though. Maybe it's fine. Not gonna lie, a little bit cutting things at random here. Don't exactly know what's good and bad against them quite yet. Why on earth is Matt? Because it's sweet, like Paul said. I probably want Negates to fight counter wars. That's fair. That's fair. Make sure my stuff resolves against them. You cut Blink in every matchup has been working well so far. I can kind of believe that, Bobbin. I can kind of believe that. I always think of Blink as much more of like an actual like control card. Like just like I think of it more of as a Teferi card, I guess, if I'm being honest. I think of it as a Teferi card. It's like pretty good specifically with the card Teferi. And then like if you're not playing 4 Teferis, its value goes way down. Because you want to take advantage of the 2 untapped mana, and it does that really well. Wow, we did not see this half of our opponent's deck last game. This is certainly a world we have found ourselves in. They might have fiery cannonades, they also have gutter snipe. So I'm not entirely sure on that one. I kind of want to attack and then eat the dino with my Deputy. So then my 4/3s have clean attacks next turn. Yeah, this is exciting. Sea Sparks, whatever's going on over there. It's certainly something. I mean, we have a pretty fast clock here. Next turn we get to hold open a Frilled Mystic, which is pretty scary. If they do nothing, we get to cast an Angel. Just not super concerned. I guess we could also just like cast the Lyra. How did they fit so many basics into this deck? I think it's not actually 4 colors. I think so. The black mana is probably just for dispersal, and then like I'm not sure what the green mana is for, but it's probably like something similar. Alright, all our knights get pumped. Awesome. Am I just playing Lyra, hoping she survives somehow? I really want to hold open Frilled Mystics, but I guess Lyra can give the Angel of Grace lifelink. Alright, I'm going to pass the turn with Frilled Mystic. If they do nothing, we get to cast the Angel of Grace and then use Lyra to give the Angel lifelink. Yeah, exactly, Squirmer, exactly. I would like to counter that with my Lizard Wizard. Please and thank you. God, Frilled Mystic makes me so happy. Lizzie Wizzy, let's get busy. Oh my god. Oh my god, Satane. That's a lot. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the continued support. And for the dear love of A Lily Dreamy. I totally understand that sentiment. Thank you. It means a ton to me, Paul. Alright. Eventually, they will die to these lizard wizards. A plus Amo, I'm glad you think so. I know I said a little bit ago that I was interesting. So they get to like eat a Frilled Mystic with their dive down. I'm kind of okay with this. I think I still just want to plan on Angel of Gracing this turn. So I know I said I was planning on getting the new emotes commissioned a little while ago. There were like some slight issues with that at the time, but I'm hoping this week to get them commissioned. So we need to figure out exactly what we want them to be. Because we currently got like 4 slots open, I think. I think I just want to counter this. I think this one is just like too good to let resolve, even if it means we don't get our Angel of Grace down here. Like, Angel of Grace just seems so absurd against them, so... Get it down this turn safely. Swing in for some life. A Lily Soul. I mean, I would certainly see some use. Especially when I'm drafting. I know I want A Lily Y. Because we need like a crying version of me for when things are going badly. Kind of like A Lily Yikes, but taken to a new level. I also want A Lily like High or A Lily Wave or something. For like just signaling to like, you know, just like to say a hi to other people with. It'd be really nice. A Lily, no. We need an A Lily comeback, but I don't know what that looks like. A Lily comeback would get so much use. A Lily opponent comeback, exactly. Oh, the comeback could be crying. I really like A Lily Y as the crying though. A Lily back to, oh my god, Paul. Jeez. Interesting. That was a strange game. Gutter Snipe, huh? Gutter Snipe's like pretty hard for us to remove. I kind of want these deploys almost to gain some life now. Branding. I do need to get better at the branding thing. A Lily Grump. What's A Lily Grump or what does A Lily Grump look like? Because that I'm like kind of on board with that, depending on what it looks like. I really want to bring these deploys back in. They're so bad against all their other flyers, but they're good against specifically Gata Snipe. Don't know if that's worth it. Grump is just for like the sad face. Or like kind of disgruntled. I think Spell Pierce is just, I think these games just go too long for Spell Pierce. Take out March. Oh, I can kind of see that. I'm gonna take out March because it's so bad against Spell Pierce. Yeah. Oh, they can jump on the Terramonders to, yeah, see Sparks. That's a good point. I didn't think of that one. I mean, that's 3 of my favorite card. I don't really want to go to 5. We draw a couple lands, and this hand is like a bunch of things. We're on the draw. Sorry, chat. I'm doing it. I believe. Depose is gross against Curious Obsession decks. Jeez, it really is. I didn't think of that. That's disgusting, C-Sparks. Hey Lily only ever mull once. Alright, it's kind of a land. Kinda, you squint a bit. Ask you how you know. I feel like this might have happened to you at some point in your life, C-Sparks. Get that distinct suspicion. Get the distinct suspicion this is gonna get shocked. Rude. That is a shock, Heaton. It's kind of awkward because there's like no other targets for shock in our hand already, but I could have like syncopated the Drake, I guess. God, I feel so far behind. Drake's decks have looked really impressive whenever we face them. Just Terramander. Terramander is so good with Charge Course. It's so good at just like making you more threat dense. You think we are dying. This does seem that way. Oh, I get it. This is an answer to a Danto Vanguard that you can play in mono red. Or, you know, in blue red. That's so adorable. Hand it lava spikes them. Don't actually see how I win this game. I guess I tap this before they can dive down with a gutter snipe out. Yeah, I'm gonna depose the Drake for sure. Alright. Win this game anymore. Let's move on. Maybe an ambitious keep for my part. Going to 5 is so bad though. I don't know. I did it before, I'll do it again. Alright. Not the ideal start there. Ooh. Interesting. Some point after this league, I might have to take like a 3-minute break to deal with something. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. You'd have kept it, but only because you know I'd keep it. And to be fair, I would probably not keep it in an actual tournament. I just am way too relaxed about this stuff when I'm streaming. I'm not convinced I would keep it in an actual tournament. But when I'm streaming, I kind of just like do a bunch of loose stuff like that. Especially when I'm playing Arena. Something about Arena makes it like, brings out the worst in me in regards to that stuff. Actually kind of want to do this instead, right? So I've got 2 untapped painless green sources. Yeah, I agree, Lurch. Every hand we open up looks so strange, right? Like, all the cards feel kind of mismatched. It's definitely the impression I'm getting so far, anyway. I imagine, like, the person who played this deck probably got a lot of equity just out of people not knowing what he was doing. Whereas, like, we aren't getting that equity because people have seen this list before, so that's also going to be a thing. It's pretty brutal if they have Essence Capture, but I kind of just want to, like, try and eat a spell with the Mystic, rather than have them play around it forever. Yeah, Lurch. Yeah. I can definitely see that being the case. Ooh, Terramander. Terramander's such a good card. Maybe Mono Blue's just really good now with Terramander. It makes the deck like so much more threat dense, so much more able to kill people. Like, we just can't block this because they have 3 spells in the yard for it. Hey there, brave guy. Great to see you. Okay, what am I doing? I guess I'm wardening and hoping to double block the Terramander. Cause Warrant just gets countered by the Storm Tamer. So if they attack with the Terramander, we're pretty forced just to double block. Obviously, if they have a dive down or any sort of bounce spell, we get blown out. But we kind of don't have an option here. No Exclusion Mage. I think a lot of people have been trimming back on Exclusion Mage just to make room for cards like Terramander. Is the impression I got. Just like when you're like that extra bit low curve, you don't need to bounce your opponent's creatures as much, I guess. Jeez, another Terramander. This card is incredible. Like, what do we do? I don't think we have any outs. Will we like chumping this going to 1? I'm pretty sure. I guess we can just draw like running Angel of Graces the rest of the game. They seem to be playing both. They might have less Mistcloak Terrors. They might only have like 2 of them or something. And just like playing 10 1-drops instead of 8. Which I think is like pretty reasonable. just to make sure you have a 1-drop more consistently for your Charter courses. Yeah, they get to attack the Storm Tamer. So we have to draw Angel of Grace every turn for the rest of the game pretty much, but it seems like a Jhin replacement. Jhin was one of the best cards in the deck for me when I was playing Mono Blue. When I was playing Mono Blue beforehand, the two best cards in the deck were Curious Obsession and Tempest Jhin. Those were like your 2 win conditions, and everything else was just trying to enable those. So against Mono Blue, this deck feels a little clunky against Mono Blue. Deputy seems really good. I guess this just blows up Curious Obsession. Excuse me. Lyra seems excellent. I'm pretty off the idea of Shalai. Settle is so bad against the 1/1 counterspell thing. Yes, Syncopate's kind of clunky, because all their spells are really cheap. March is bad against Spell Pierce, etc. Oh yeah, Essence Capture making Jhin 5 toughness can be really strong. Gets it out of Lava Coil range. It would be Sea Sparks, it would be. Maybe I'm just meant to cut Teferi's, lower my curve. Teferi seems so rough against counters. Don't know if this is correct. I'm not like super confident in this boarding just because this deck's kind of weird. I haven't played with it much. You're thinking about dropping Scry Sphinx into your 4-color gates to get the ideal start and provide a different win condition. The Scry Sphinx is really cool. I've seen it played in Mono Blue a little bit, just to like help dig you towards your Curious Obsessions. This hand seems solid. Kind of into it. Got a threat, got some interaction. Really need the history to resolve, but if it does, I think this hand is in a great position. Alright. What weapon should we play out? Like, I'm a bit worried. This Mono Blue matchup does not feel great, so we might be moving on to a different deck quite quickly here. How am I on Team at Wreck nowadays? I still think it's an amazing best of 1 deck. Ooh, there's the Sphinx I talked about. And it's like, probably like medium in best of 3, though I've not tried it in best of 3. I think in best of 1 it's still just great though, Gra. The deck is just like, its game 1 win percentage is so absurd, because people just aren't prepared for what you're doing, and you go so fast as well compared to the other Nexus decks. That's true. Replacing Jhin with Terramander lets you have a second color. What do you think you do with the second color? Sea Sparks. Have I played much Nexus plus Gates? I've played a bit of it. I've played my teammates list. Skites. God. Oh wow, Teresa. Less than 3 to you as well. Thank you so much for the continued support. That means a ton to me. We'll get some love in chat for Teresa. Yeah, I played a tiny bit with, I'm just gonna cast this now, I think. I kind of need it for the Sphinx later. I also kind of want to use my mana. Maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe it just doesn't matter. It's just like a 1-1 at the moment. Totally dying to this Misfolk Herald, having said that. But hey, Teresa. Well done on doing well in the Standard Classic, by the way. You've been going into Grixis for main deck Drill Bit and Wizard's Lightning. That's interesting. How have you felt about those cards? Guess I'm just gonna hope to seal away this somehow. Then I'm gonna die to that Sphinx. The Sphinx is so good at grinding with the scries, jeez. Seems like a really nice addition. Drill Bit plus Terramonder is nice. Yeah, clear the way. Make sure your Curious Obsession creature ends up safe too. Interesting. I guess we can no longer seal away the Tempest Djinn. Because we can't let the Obsession hit us. At least we have this Angel of Grace. If they don't draw another land, Angel of Grace can maybe ambush the Djinn, which would be absurd. I think I want to hope that I can ambush the Djinn here. I guess I run into Essence Capture, but I feel like I'm pretty far behind and need to get lucky. Hope that they just run into this. You hope I play some Unchained Warlock. I wasn't planning on it, but the deck seems kind of wild. How was my last weekend? It was pretty good. I actually played 0 Magic for 2 whole days. I think I did like a draft online, but I decided I needed a break from just like the infinite Magic I play on stream. So it was actually just like really nice having that break, if I'm being honest. This is so absurd for me. Still not entirely sure how I kill them. I guess double history could get there though. I don't know that I can attack with my Angel. I think Angel's sitting home on defense here. You're probably playing Drakes or Modern War. That seems like a really good choice, Teresa. I think Drakes is just like very, very good right now. I think that's like one of the most impressive looking decks I've seen is Drakes. Ugh. I can't spell pierce it. What? That exclusion mage. Jeez. If this was a Syncopate. Yeah. That's so strong. Yikes. Kind of just need to gain some life with this Depose here. Like, I've got so much to do with my mana. I don't think I can like rely on building towards deploy anytime soon. You thought Drake's was kind of dead. No, Terramonder is amazing in the deck, Milkman, because you get to go Terramonder on 1 and then cast Charter Course on turn 2, and that's just like very, very strong. I'm pretty sure if I attack, they block. I'm not sure that's good for me. I could just like make another history, try and go wide. Anthem history twice with like Angel to keep us alive. They have 5, 6, 7. They are nowhere close to Terramondering. Yeah, I think I just want to do this. Weirdly. make these 4/3s, and then we can start swinging with them, and we can have the Angel to try and keep us alive in between. That's fair. That's fair, Sea Sparks. There will definitely be less mono red. That is very true. After last weekend. Alright, so we get to attack all. And then next time we have another one hitting its third mode. To like get our opponent really low here. We need them not to have an essence capture, or else we basically can't win. Actually, no, we got the spell pierce for essence capture. We're actually fine. They need like essence capture spell pierce. This is great. And now they just die. Sick. That game is pretty sweet. Honestly, against their deck, I feel like our deck lines up poorly enough against their deck. I wasn't even expecting to win a game, so I'm pretty happy about that. Thanks, Selene. I'm pretty happy with how that went. I kind of wonder about this. It would have been really good that game. It's like really bad against Spell Pierce specifically, but there are games where it just destroys your opponent. You'd run Nova over Settle. Yeah, Settle's so bad against the Siren. I think I agree with that. On the draw, I'm a bit worried about Syncopate. I think on the draw it's going to be hard to make Syncopate work, but I'm not 100% on that. Because their deck is really low to the ground and efficient. Alright, this is the tap land problem, but it also has 2 Sealways, which is one of our best cards in the matchup, and a Knight of Autumn to blow up a Curious Obsession, so I think I'm meant to keep and just like hope to hit an untapped land. Because we just don't have much of this sort of interaction, so I feel like we need to keep it when it's presented to us. This is awkward. If I play this, I'm drawing to basic or breeding pool, but if I play this, I can have Spell Pierce up next turn at least. It's kind of hard to know which is better. Oh my god, they don't have Curious Obsession. We're spared. We're spared, chat. We're alive. Wait, no. I take back everything, chat. I take back everything. Can we please draw planes to punish them for tapping out? If I draw a breeding pool, I'm gonna cry. Okay. Right. Okay then. A little bit late. I guess I'm gonna pass the turn here. Yeah, we can protect our seal away with this Spell Pierce. Oh, I kind of want to do it in the upkeep, because now they can play a land. Yeah, that was a little bit awkward. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Oh geez, it actually mattered. That's so... Oh yeah, they're untapped. You're right, Squirmit. You're right. Squirmit's smart. Okay. just want to do this one. To hit the Storm Tamer. I could do this because it's more inefficient. But I need to kill the Terramander at some point. I guess this is fine. I don't think I want to Knight, because I don't want to leave the Siren Storm Tamer in play, because it protects their next threat. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use this, because it's, like, more inefficient. So I kind of just want to use all my mana this turn. Then I can maybe, like, seal away plus history in the same turn later on. Alright. Problem 1 dealt with. They have 2 instants in their yards. They can't adapt this turn. Can play a Tempest Gen. So if they have a land, they can adapt this, but then I get to seal away one of them. Guess I'm gonna seal away this turn, and then I can hold open Settle next turn. Yeah, Settle almost certainly doesn't work this turn, it feels like. Keep 2 for Pierce. I mean, next time when I pass with Settle up, having a Grove Chamber Guardian in play is really nice. Because it means I can use my mana if they play around it. Oh, they have 3 in yard for Terra? Seriously? They have 2. I guess if they have a dive down and I cast this, I literally die. I don't feel like I can afford to play around much, though. I think I'm just meant to cast this. I don't think I can beat much here. You think I just have to take it and hope they have dive downs? If they have dive downs, they'd have used them though, right? Instead of using Wizard's Retort. Okay. Still technically alive. So they don't have Spell Pierce or Dive Down. So now we get to hold open Settle on that basis. Please still have nothing. Please still have nothing. Please still have nothing. No, they have Disdainful Stroke. Ugh. That works. That's something they couldn't have last turn. That works this turn. That was a sad league. That was like a little bit sad. I had high hopes for this deck. I don't know, I'm not like too surprised, I guess. It does, like, all our hand always looked so clunky. Yeah, it felt clunky, Replenish, it really did. Like, a lot of the spells just don't feel like they mesh together very well. A lot of the one-offs just didn't feel high impact either, or felt awkward. Like, sometimes the Spell Pierce was good, but sometimes it was really bad. The Blink seemed pretty bad. The Shalai didn't really make sense. I'll do that soon, Replenish. I just want to, like, work through the info from the weekend. Like, also just, like, try out new decks, right? It's, like, an exciting time of the year. New standard, new decks. I don't know, I think this deck is just really clunky. I could imagine something like this being good. I think, Frilled Mystic is a really powerful card. And Angel of Grace is, like, a pretty powerful card, too. But there's a whole bunch of stuff about this shell that I'm not excited about. Like, it just feels really weird having this creature base alongside these cards. It feels like they don't, like, even though this works well with flash threats, it just doesn't feel like it complements what's going on here very well. Angel of Grace did some work. Angel was really impressive. I'd like to try this in, like, a different deck. It was, like, much better than I was expecting. I imagine that was also a part of the reason the deck was doing so well on the weekend, just like maybe there were just a bunch of decks that were weak to Angel of Grace. Yeah, I got a medium on this deck. It felt very clunky.